Coming up this morning on Daybreak, the town of Purdy calls an emergency meeting to try to improve safety at railroad crossings.
And an investigation is underway into the distribution of medical marijuana dispensaries and cultivation licenses.
Also, we've got a way for you to get ready for the prom without breaking the bank. Nigel McDonald has that story and more coming up this morning for you on Daybreak.
Welcome back, and thanks for starting off your weekend with us. It's Friday, February 21st. I'm Lauren Barnes.
And I'm Joe Morano as we are getting set for a weekend here. A lot of things going on. We've got a chili cook-off happening in town. I'm sure some Mardi Gras celebrations will be happening, right?
Yeah, busy weekend ahead, which is good because if you're like me, maybe you've been cooped up inside all week trying to avoid the cold. So
it's what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
It's been tough. So Saturday will probably be pretty good, right, Elisa?
Yeah, I just posted the weekend forecast to social media, and it's really easy to remember. Saturday, outside. Sunday, inside.
Yeah.
It's like just starkly different between Saturday and Sunday. Saturday will be gorgeous with sunshine and warmer temperatures, and then Sunday, just a washout, really.
And then how about today as we get set for the cold that we're waking up to?
Yeah, we're starting out with some Arctic air outside this morning. Arctic high is right overhead, so it's only 12 degrees out there this morning with clear skies and calm winds. We've got temperatures 15 to 20 degrees colder now than they were this time yesterday. It is 14 in Branson, 12 in Springfield, and 14 degrees in Camden. We've dipped into single digits at Lake of the Ozarks. It is 9 degrees there. The calm winds, though, are having the wind chills not be terrible, right? They're pretty much at where the temperatures are at. It doesn't feel much colder. It feels like 12 degrees in Springfield and 9 at Lake of the Ozarks. Of course, that is very frigid regardless, so you'll need to bundle up with hats, gloves, mittens, and scarves out there this morning. Dress in layers. Frostbite can occur pretty quickly. We'll have dry roads through the afternoon, lots of sunshine, temperatures starting to rebound as winds switch to the south, so an improving grade today, an A- by dismissal, 43 degrees, just a little bit chilly. We'll have temperatures continue to get warmer tomorrow, a flooding concern on Sunday, and then Arctic again next week. Details on that coming up in 10 minutes.
On Wednesday, a woman was killed after her car was hit by a train in Purdy. Her 2 grandkids were also in the car and were seriously hurt. They're still in the hospital. The Highway Patrol says the woman failed to yield at the train crossing, but the Purdy fire chief says this kind of accident has happened before. So last night, the city pitched ideas on how to make the crossing safer. City leaders have spent years working to get guardrails at a railroad crossing where that woman was killed. Nothing has happened so far, and they're still waiting. Right now, the only safety precautions are the crossbuck sign and pedestrian bell.
This isn't just the second accident that's happened here. We've had 3 accidents at this Washington intersection in less than 2 years, and 4 accidents overall involving a train in just a few, intersections here real close.
So you just heard him reference those 3 accidents that have happened there. However, this was the first time that someone has died.
2 more people have been indicted in connection to a heroin and fentanyl ring in the Springfield area. 60-year-old Solomon Hodges and 33-year-old Corder Rose Sims, both of Springfield, are the 20th and 21st names added to a long list of people who allegedly played a role in getting dangerous drugs on the streets in Springfield over the past few months. You may remember back in mid-October, we reported on a string of nearly 50 overdoses over the span of just a few days. 2 people died in that time period, and now drug dealers have been linked directly to the deaths by way of dealing fentanyl. U.S. Attorney Tim Garrison says it's taken months of police work to get to this point of rounding up the 21 total people indicted.
It involved several undercover and controlled efforts that resulted in the purchases of heroin and fentanyl from these individuals, and those cases were worked in coordination with our office, and when they were ripe for indictment, we brought those.
5 defendants linked to the deaths face a minimum of 20 years in prison if convicted, with one facing 25 years due to a weapons charge tacked on. The others face a minimum of 10.
Missouri lawmakers are still looking at how to implement the medical marijuana law that voters approved in 2018. A House Oversight Committee is also looking into complaints about the process for selecting which companies were granted licenses to grow and sell it. Minority Leader Crystal Quaid says she wants to hear more information from people who got denied after applying for a license, and House Speaker Elijah Haar says he'll continue the investigation to make sure the process is done correctly.
I would also like to really hear from those impacted by the chaos that is ensuing around the medical marijuana licensing. I want to hear from those who applied, who got denied, people who are representing clients who are currently, appealing. I think we have a long way to go in this discussion, but I am really happy that we're having it.
We just need to figure out, when decisions were made, who was making those, and try to make sure the process was followed to the best of the department's ability and to the constitutional provisions that the people of Missouri voted on. So we'll continue to investigate, and I assume we'll have a hearing next week.
The House Special Committee on Government Oversight has already held 2 hearings looking into how the medical marijuana program is being implemented. Moving on now to a story that's positively Ozarks for you. One area nonprofit hopes to ease the financial burden prom season can bring for some families in need.
Color 10's Nisha McDonald is here to explain how Shine Inc. helps students who need it the most. Nisha.
Well, good morning, Lauren and Joe. Attending prom is considered a rites of passage to some, but what happens when your family can't afford to provide you with that Cinderella experience? Well, that's where Shine Inc. steps in to help. It's been 8 years since Shine Inc. was created.
We have short, long.
Director Amy Gerla says it all started at a coffee shop.
We're just sitting down having coffee, and we thought, wouldn't it be neat if we could get donated dresses and give these kids dresses so that they don't have that stress.
Gerla says she understands how easy a time meant to be filled with joy can turn stressful for families strapped for cash.
I hated seeing kids not be able to get excited about prom due to financial situations.
For the first few years, the group opened up a shop at churches and other local businesses on one Saturday during prom season.
But the problem was when you are financially strapped, you don't always have the transportation.
Gerla says last year was the first time the nonprofit was able to have a permanent location.
We served over 30 girls from all over the area, all the way from El Dorado Springs. We had someone from Arkansas come. They were able to come at their convenience.
Gerla says her favorite part is seeing a girl's face light up after she finds the perfect dress.
The look on their faces, the look on the mom's faces or the dad's faces when they don't have to worry about going into debt or finding the money or saying, no, you can't go to prom.
She says it makes all of their hard work worth it.
People from all over have been donating dresses.
Gerla says Shine Inc. truly is a community and even area-wide effort.
So you focus on the dresses here, and we got to let you know, though, it's more than just that. Like myself, I got to wear a tux when I go to prom, right?
Yes. So
when I went to prom. I don't go to prom anymore.
Like, really? When is that happening? Yeah.
They're assisting male and female students. So girls that need dresses, they're helping you, and guys that need help with tuxes, they're also helping them.
Okay, and March
Very
is
nice.
just about a week away. When does this open?
So it opens tomorrow. Prom season is here, and it'll be open every Saturday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. until May 2nd.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much, Nisha. Lisa, sounds like a good story. You probably had some prom dresses that you had dropped some money on, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't feel like we're getting close to prom season, though, this morning. We've got dry roads, clear skies, and cold temperatures. It's only 12 degrees in Springfield right now, 9 up at Lake of the Ozarks. Details on a warming trend that starts for today and a soggy Sunday. Well, that coming up next.